Welcome to the Fanatic Sports Podcast. Today we have the second episode of All-Star or SNUB. As you guys know from the first episode, we have a lot of the All-Stars. Probably we're predicting that their spots are going to be guaranteed. That includes like LeBron James, Steph Curry, James Harden, Damian Lillard, Westbrook, George, Durant, AD, Jokic, Kawhi, Embiid, Giannis, Jimmy Butler, and Kyrie. And on this series, we're going to talk about the people that aren't obvious picks that might get all-star consideration, maybe even some potential fan votes. First, we're going to start with Mike Conley. Mike Conley of the Memphis Grizzlies, everybody. Oh, geez. Yeah, I don't watch him a lot either, but I have watched him plenty in the playoffs. He's quite a player. He's a guy who's been with Memphis his entire career, doing his thing for them since 2008. Last few years, despite having a major injury last year, he's been stepping up his game for sure. I wouldn't take him as a all-star, per se. Not this year, at least. He's a good player, but not in the incredibly talented West. Maybe he will get selected if he gets enough fan votes, if he gets enough popularity. Maybe the players will vote him in. It's possible. He isn't much of an it factor for me, at least. I mean, he's a really efficient guy, or he isn't the most efficient guy, rather, at only 44% shooting and only 36% from three. I mean, that's pretty decent. He's not the worst. He's definitely the offensive catalyst on his team. And he's not a bad player. I'm not trying to go there. I'm not trying to discredit the guy at all. He's a phenomenal player. He's not my first choice, though. Especially with such a contested Western Conference with so many amazing players, especially at the guard position in the Western Conference. It's going to be really, really hard for him to make it. But we'll see. Just look at his stats really quick. As I said, he's only got about 36% from three. Oh wait, I got that wrong. Only 42% from field goal this season. 44 on the career. Yeah, so I mean, he's a good player. We'll see. I don't think he'll make it. We'll see about those Memphis Grizzly fans. Next. Oh man, Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, he can't shoot, fam. He can't shoot. I know he's good. Everybody talks about how great he is. His field goal percentage is ridiculously high, mainly because he's not shooting. He shot one time the other night and everyone lost their minds. I'm just saying, call me when this guy can shoot. Then he can make my all-star team. He probably will get in, just because the Eastern Conference isn't the best. And if he doesn't get in this year, he'll probably get in next year. And he's got a ton of ESPN hype behind him. He's dating celebrities. He's one of these guys, he's one of those guys. So he's definitely famous, at least. I don't think his skills match his fame, but in my opinion, he's the third best player on his team, maybe the fourth on some days when you consider JJ Redick and how good he is on some days. But Ben Simmons is a mismatch for almost every guard in the league, especially in the Eastern Conference. The East is weaker, so he probably will earn a spot, like I said, if not this year, probably next year, considering he's third in PR under Walker and Irving, who I talked about last episode. And we'll give him the spot for now, just because by default, just because we don't have that many people to talk about yet. But you know what? He might get bumped for somebody else later in the series. He might get bumped. I might say, you know what? I'm bumping Ben Simmons for this Eastern Conference spot. But right now, he's not a snub. He makes the team, but I am hating. Let's check out his stats. Yeah, the most impressive thing about Simmons is obviously his 57.8% field goal percentage and his incredible passing ability. Okay, whatever. Next, call me when you can shoot, bro. This one tugs at my heart. This one, if you guys have watched my video, The Unlikely Comeback of Derrick Rose, please check it out. It's on YouTube, Facebook. I'm a huge Derrick Rose fan. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, Chicagoland native. Derrick Rose, the challenges this former MVP has had to deal with as far as injuries, being on different teams, bad environments, toxic environments, off the court issues that he may have caused, may not have caused, it's under speculation, and all that crap. He comes into this season, the 2018-19 season, absolutely shocking the world, tying a career high for field goal percentage at just under 49%. The first 10 seasons of Rose's career, he was never a three-point shooter. His career three-point shot percentage was 34% before this year. Last year, it was only 16%. This year, the former MVP fighting for the Sixth Man of the Year is shooting an outstanding 46% from three-point land, making him a three-point specialist. I mean, he can just knock him down if he's open. And Rose has become an unquestioned leader on the Timberwolves. Let's check out his stats right here. He's reclaiming his stardom. Is he worthy of an all-star selection? I mean, this is the West, guys. This is really, really tough. I'm going to explain shortly why I think he is worthy of being the 5th out of the 6 Western guards selected on my all-star team. It's mainly bias-based, but players and fans, they respect him. Players and fans respect him. They see what he's gone through. He has the heart of millions. And I mean, maybe that's not much to some people, but to me, that does make a difference when you consider all the crap that he's been through. The most impressive stat for Rose is he's in the top 10 for player efficiency rating for players over 20 games. So this year, when he's on the floor, his PER is equivalent to like Westbrook's, or it's only a little bit lower than Westbrook's. And Westbrook, I mean, he hasn't had the greatest season, but you know what I'm saying. He's having a very, very, very high caliber season, and he's significantly higher than now injured John Wall and Kyle Lowry, who will get votes in the East. Not John Wall anymore, but Kyle Lowry will. Also, he's D Rose, man. Come on, D Rose. You know, he had the heart of millions of Chicagoland fans and others, you know. He's Derrick freaking Rose. But I would love to see him in the All-Star game at least one more time in his career. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Don't forget to like, follow, and hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell if you're on YouTube. Everyone have a happy new year, and peace out.